Hello again, Blue Jays. Welcome to my couch classroom. Another beautiful day today. I hope you were able to get outside. First of all, of course, I want to make sure that you are still trying your best to keep up with our commitments, being safe, respectful, and responsible. Are you treating your family members kindly as much as you can? Are you helping out and cooperating around the house? And are you listening to your family members as they help you be safe? So I'm really looking forward to hearing about those adventures that you are having, and I hope that you're being all of those things at this time. Thank you. And it has been rather pleasant. It's supposed to be for the next few days too, and I wanted to check one more time to see that you're remembering what season we are in. You should have this pretty well memorized, and the song that goes with it, I hope. We'll keep working on that. Winter, spring, summer, fall. We have 4 seasons in all. And of course we are in winter. Oh, wait. No, summer, right, no. Spring, there we go. Okay, so if you went out on a spring walk the other day, today, you would have seen some signs of spring, and I hope that you would have seen some birds that indicate that it is springtime, just like we read about in our last story with our friend, the girl who was looking for spring. And I'm finally wiping off this board so we can do something new with it. So one of the signs in spring in Michigan, where I grew up, is this bird. You'd start to see a whole bunch of them come back into town, and it's known as the what? It's a robin. It's a state bird of Michigan. That means it's recognized as one of the favorite birds of the state, and it's also a state bird of some other states as well. The state bird of Colorado, I've just found out, is called the lark bunting, and I haven't seen one since I've been in Colorado. They live in grassy areas. I don't think they like to be around people's houses very much. But you have probably seen robins. They seem to like being around people. They love coming around your house and digging in your garden for worms and other things. So today we're going to draw this bird, one of the first signs of spring. Oh, and I didn't mention this behind me right here. This is a quilt that was made by my grandmother for my daughter when she was born. Just love the colors and the pattern. So simple but beautiful. So I hope that you will need a piece of paper. White would be best. And I would say pencils rather than crayons or markers, because they can be erased. I'm going to use my dry erase board just because it's easier to see than a pencil would be, but I'm not going to be able to color it with this, so you'll have to figure out the colors yourself. The lark bunting, it turns out, only has 2 colors, black and white, but you can see we're going to have a yellow bill here, yellow beak. We've got orange mostly under here, no red. I don't know where this red robin concept came from. A little yellow, we've got some black and gray. So if you had all those colored pencils, you could blend them easily. It's harder to do with markers because they don't blend together very well. But use what you have, and we're going to start with the shape. The first shape that I want to start with would be the line from the tail up to the neck. You can see that gentle curve. It kind of has a little spike right there. So let's start with that. I'm going to draw it here. I'll try to hold both at the same time. So we're going to come up from the end of the tail, and we're going to curve up along the back like so. Okay, pretty good so far. I like that I can always erase. That's always my favorite thing about drawing with something that can be erased is I'm not afraid to make mistakes. All right, now the head. Okay, so it's a curving line, almost like a hill, going on a gentle hill here. So we're going to go up and over and down to the beak. Let's see. Is that good enough? I think I'm going to curve it a little bit more down here. And I'm pretty happy with that so far. And now the beak, it's shaped like a sideways V. Oh, I didn't mention, I'm going to send this image, hopefully we will send this image along with the lark bunting, along with the video, so that you can get a color printout or at least see it on the screen. And hopefully you'll try the lark bunting too. I think it's probably an easier bird to draw than this, especially to color. Okay, so the sideways V of the beak. It's a little bit curved down and curves, and it goes back into the body here. Not too bad. And then we have the curve down from the beak to the stomach, torso, breast area. It's called different names. So we're going to curve this down and under and back to the legs. Okay, the first leg's going to come out. Where do you think? Will the first leg be here? Tell me when I get to the right spot. I passed it. This leg right here. You can see how that curves and it starts to straighten out right at under the bottom there. So that's where I'm going to put the first leg here, and his little 3 toes curling around the branch. Now you could draw the branch. I am going to draw it to give him something to stand on here so he's not just out in the middle of space somewhere. You can draw this any way you like, but robins love to perch on branches, as do many other birds. So we've got 1, let's see, I'm going to put that 1, 2, and 3 curving toes. I'm going to make the leg a little bit thicker, but not very much. They have very thin legs. Ever looked at birds up close, very thin indeed. Okay, so far I'm pretty happy with it. Might be a little bit too plump there, so I'm going to make him a little tiny bit skinnier. Again, very happy to have an erasable medium. That means what I'm using to make this. It's very easy to change it. And let's make this branch come out down here. And now we're back to the other leg. I see it comes down here a little bit and then over to the branch. And then again the 3 curving toes going around the branch. Thicken that leg up just a bit, but not very much. And looking good. All right, now we're going to curve straight up from the, now you can see this line here is a nice gentle curve out to the end of the tail. Let's see if we can get that going here. How's that? I think the tail, let's see, not quite right. I think we need to adjust this line so it comes up higher, like so. And now we're getting pretty close. Adjust the top and the bottom so that they meet in a nice, it's not a point, it's a little, it's like a point, but it kind of curves around a little bit. And I am pretty happy with that. I think the tail needs to be a little bit longer. This is what artists do, you know, you don't think that you're going to get it the first time. That's why you make a sketch. So it's like, this would be called a sketch.